Goals for today is to make a macerator, get the Stirling generator up and running, build a little thing to make easy clay, and then start making all of the fluid hoppers we need and automate some of the drip production for dye blocks. So let's get to it. So the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to set up a little spot right here. Oop. This will serve as our way of quickly and easily making clay. It is dumb simple to set up. There's my cobblestone. I do mean it is dumb simple to set up. Can't type. Thank you. Frost. Another block. And then just wrap around. I don't need this one. Grab some water. Put there. On water. Put on that one. That just flows into the stone barrel. We put sand here. Sand go into barrel filled with water. Make clay block. Super simple, super easy, super low tech. Don't even have to think about it. So that's that part done. Next, I really want to make the macerator and start being able to crush up gravel automatically. So instead of doing it by hand. So the first step of that one is going to be making the macerator, which isn't terribly complicated. We need some compressed cobble. Might as well just make a handful here. There we go. Some compressed cobblestone. Gonna need some copper, which again is going to be very simple. I believe it is just like a couple of pieces of dye. Yep, orange and green. I don't think we have any orange dye currently. However, I have an orange tree. So that's kind of a null point. Let's quickly cut this down. The other thing we can do with this little contraption, once we have the actual dye, is we can just put the dye in the stone barrel. That turns it into dyed water. And then we just throw sand on it. It makes a full dye block. It makes it a lot easier to get a large quantity of dye at once. Like now we have 5 orange dye blocks, which turns into 45 orange dye. Real simple, real easy way. Just a very manual way of doing it. Okay, what did I get all that for? Oh, I needed copper. That's right. We'll take 3 of these and make, then we'll make some more copper. Why not? Make some copper here. Okay, that's those and those. Then we just need the stone cutter, which is some smooth stone, which I made some earlier, and some iron. The iron's the only part that we don't have a ton of, but again, matter of coming over here, doing it this way. Copper, just needs some more of that. We need 1 piece of iron here, and then I'll be able to make the 2 things we need. These, blump. And the only other thing I need is a flint block. Don't actually have any flint. Is there an easy way to craft flint? Am I able to craft it, or am I just out of luck? Looks like I'm just out of luck. Okay, that's fair. Let me go gather up some flint. Okay, I got the flint that we need. We can make a flint block here. And that should be everything we need to make the macerator. Now, before we can actually use it, I do need to make this useful, which requires a capacitor. Click on the box, that would help. So we're gonna make a basic capacitor. Is this one here? And that's just gonna be a little bit of redstone, some copper, and some gold. Gold should be pretty simple. Bada bing, bada boom. Throw that in there. Believe it's just nuggets, right? Yeah, just some nuggets. So I only need 1 gold ingot this time. Bingo bongo. And then I just need the redstone. Bam. I made 2 of them by accident. That's fine. I'm sure we'll find a use for 1. Put that in there. Throw in the charcoal. That'll... Oh, it's charging this first. That's right. Then I'll start charging up the macerator. And then we could take, you know, some of the cobblestone, throw it in there, let it do its thing. It's not uber fast, but it's automatic and I don't have to sit here and manually do it, which is a huge bonus. While that is doing that, I will actually go ahead and get some manually as well. Actually, better idea, instead of doing that, I need to make as many hoppers as I absolutely can. These wooden hoppers here. I need a bunch of chests and slabs for some reason. I'm still not 100% sure why it uses slabs, but it does. Ton of like gray logs. Use those as well. And for the sake of inventory, we're going to do this. We make a few more. This is actually going to take a lot. So anyway, we have 22 gravel in here. I'm going to take that out and put the gravel here. I wonder if the gravel goes any faster. Doesn't look like it. That's fair. And we have some clay in here, so let's break that down, throw it into the furnace, start getting that going. What do I need to get an electric furnace? A redstone furnace would probably be the soonest I can get one. I'm gonna say yes. Yeah, I can't think of any of the other ones that we can make, so we'll just assume that the redstone furnace is the one that we would be going for first. That's gonna take 10. Yeah, this is out of our league for now, at least for a little bit. We have a furnace. I can make a second one, and we can have 2 furnaces going at once. I didn't know that I could pick them up. Cool. I'm going to be replacing all of the colorless with probably light gray or cobblestone at some point, so we'll just ignore this. Don't look at it. I said ignore it and stop looking at it, and I guarantee you are still thinking about it. So like I was saying earlier, we have 21 sand. I'll throw it in here, and pretty soon we're going to have 21 clay blocks all already made. Yep. Bam. Done. And then we just gotta wait for those to smelt. In the meantime, we can go ahead and make the platform. It's gonna be a very large platform. Close out some of this inventory space. Or open up some of this inventory space, I should say. This is running out of juice though. But we'll deal with that in a minute. This still has full charge, so it'll take a little bit before it's fully dead. But let's grab some cobblestone and go ahead and start making this platform over here. Hey, in today's time-lapse chat, I wanted to ask you guys, how do you feel about long-form content? It's something I wanted to post, but I didn't know how people would feel about seeing something that was potentially up to an hour long for each episode. Let me know in the comments below how you feel about that. And while you're down there, go ahead and hit that like button and hit that subscribe button for me. Oh, we have bees. Bees! Oh, that one's gone. They're so big. They're massive. Pick them up. Oh, I thought he was mad at me, and I was like, look, buddy, I didn't do it. I'm sorry. I had a panic attack. We got some bee buddies. Oh, look at them. He's adorable. Oh, what I'll have to do is wait for them to go back in the hive, then pick it up and move it. Okay, I have everything we need for the first one. So we're going to put down a chest. Into the chest is going to be a wooden hopper. Then a stone barrel. But since it's raining, we're going to go up 2. Get rid of this one. That. Then we're going to put a fluid hopper here. Singularity tank. Then 1, 2, 3. And you just do 16 out. There we go. And go up. All the way back across with cobblestone to cover everything up. And it is raining. We put all of our barrels in place. Put in all of our dripstone here. And then we come up. And we have to kind of build around it. Okay, if I can place correctly, that would certainly help. There we go. Now we have to count in, which I'm going to do the lazy way, which is to put this down, find where it ends, pick it back up. If I did my counting correct, it should go... Oh, it doesn't go all the way across on both sides. If that is the case, and we'll do it this way. We'll do one here, and then I can do one over there. And that should be fine. But doing this here, what's going to end up happening, drop down here. You just see we already have a bucket of black water, but all of these are going to drip water, the dyed water, into the barrels, which are going to put it into the fluid hopper, which will then put it into the singularity tank, which then puts it into the stone barrel. We'll put another wooden hopper on top, put a chest, then we can throw sand into it, and it'll automatically make the dyed block for us. Which means that we can take this and turn it into coal, which will help us power this as well as our smelting. Is it as necessarily as fast as us just doing it, you know, this way by hand? No, we can absolutely get more per hour doing it this way. But this is completely hands-free. I don't have to worry about this. And the nice thing is because it's going into the singularity tank, it'll continue to just sit there and recuperate and build more up. And if I come back in 20-30 minutes and I'm like, I need a bunch of black dye, I throw a bunch of sand in here and I'm good. And this is really easy to automate later because all of these chests, all you'd have to do is run one pipe across all of them to supply sand and you're done. Now it is semi-important to note, it's much, much faster, the dripping, if you use running water. Don't use source blocks the whole way across. It is significantly slower if you do it that way. And we're going to turn this into dyed water as well. Yep, and they'll meet in the middle. But all of these will now drip down. This one and the very front one are going to be the slowest because they're technically on the source block. But this is the most compact way that I can make it. We already have a like full barrel here and 2 buckets now in there. So this adds up very quickly. So in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and gather the materials and try to make another one. And I want to make, if I did my math right, I should be able to put each color to have their own dedicated one all the way across this. And I should have space for all of them. If I need to expand this way, we can. But I would like to get at least one more of these done before we call it for today. All right, I got the next one all put into place. This one here is producing white because we're going to need a lot of bone meal because the next thing we need is a ton of trees. So we have coal and bone meal easily accessible now. Next one will probably be light gray going here because then we'll be able to get iron pretty easily. The next thing, or the last thing that I wanted to do for this episode, I saw a ton of debate. People were talking about they're not sure if this is really worth doing. So I'm going to do 5 minutes of putting a stack in here. Okay, I'm just going to put all of the sand I have in here. I'm going to do 5 minutes and we're going to see how much it produces. All right, it's been 5 minutes and it looks like it's made 13 blocks of white dye. Comes out to a stack and 53, 117, which within an hour should be roughly 1400. So it should be about 20 stacks within an hour. If you ask me, that is absolutely worth doing. especially when you get a large backlog like this. Man, I really need this resource. Within seconds, you have, you know, multiple stacks. It may not be the most time efficient, but it is absolutely one of the easiest ways to get resources. But that is all the time that I have for this episode. We didn't get pretty much anything done here that I originally wanted to, but I got all of our tasks that I wanted to get done finished up. So we made the macerator, got automatic clay, and got a couple of dye farms going. The next episode will be filling this out a little bit more. Unfortunately, I am going to have to either come up with a really creative way to get chest in these middle spots, or go ahead and extend this platform. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!